Today we will talk about startup hypotheses. And this is our working summary. So, how to test and how to determine those hypotheses. We will talk about your summer homework. This is what you have to do during the summer. And the first is definition. What is the hypothesis? Let's say it's proposed explanation about something. So you know, in science, or in math, or in physics, or something, or astronomy, they think that something will happen if something occurs. And this is hypothesis. In a startup, this is explanation about our assumptions. Last week we talked about assumptions, and we can assume pretty much everything. Here you can find some of those that are most common, like product characteristics. We are thinking, or we are assuming that this characteristic will be important to our customer. Then design. We are assuming about design, about new template, colors, images and everything, that this will be something like that. Customer segment, price, our offer, how we structure our offer, our market, launching time, when we will launch our product. All of those are assumptions. Promotional channels, distributional channels, partner network, strategy, sales, promotion, go-to-market strategy, and hundreds other assumptions that you can think about how your business will work, how your entrepreneurial life or journey will be in the next, certain period of time. So if we take all those assumptions, and we've already said that assumption is the mother of all the fuck-up, we need to create something called hypothesis to explain those assumptions. So for example, it can be like this. This new feature will differentiate us from the competition, and it will attract young IT students to buy and use our product. This is from one of the applications. They start to use QR code, and QR code didn't succeed. So this is the hypothesis, and they said, okay, we will start with QR code, and everything you will get from the poster, from the flyers, everything you can just scan from you this QR code. And this will be something to become a trend in the future. Trendy design will give us a needed advantage on Google, like a search engine, and increase our lead generation to 20%. This is one of the hypotheses with my friends from Zagreb, and it really did, because after we did some research and test, average user will stay longer on nicely designed template of the landing page or the website. So if they like how the website is looking like, they will stay longer. So if they stay longer, they will ask for more information. That means they will rather add email or name, that is lead generation. So it's really increasing 20%. Marco is 35-year-old entrepreneur. He will use our product for work because he wants to be more productive and have free time for his family. This is a hypothesis from 2 years ago. It was a set of rules, tools, and different notebooks that will help young, high-educated entrepreneurs to be more productive at work. It failed dramatically. Our product is a perfect gift. There is a similar website in Macedonia like this one, poklonje.hr, and now they have in Montenegro, Pokloni me. They did a very strong and very focused marketing. In November it was huge hype. In December, around Christmas, it was already too late. Again, this was Croatian market. Again, this was very conservative market. And again, this is the market when we all like to walk around and see what we would like to buy for somebody. And this was a website when you are just looking the same thing from your sofa. So let's say 5% of the people will use this service. Most of the people wouldn't. It took them like 3 years to get this. That user get time to adopt this kind of product. Our customers are using social networks every day, so it's logical that we use only Facebook ads, that we have a control and we have control under our marketing budget. Okay, this is mistake. This is assumption made by me, and I don't know if it's working because I never used any other promotional channel. Let's say I was teaching about Google Ads. I know how to set up Google Ads, but for my products, I never used Google Ads because, in my opinion, people don't search for the education, and if they are searching, for me, it's the best to have YouTube because video have more advantage under written text, and I have more than 400 videos, free videos on my YouTube, so this was good enough for me. Okay, how do we start with our hypothesis? First, we select a topic. Okay, our topic is startup. This is from science point of view, and this is from Wikipedia. Then we find the literature. Then we analyze that literature, and then we generate a question. So we skipped this part during this exercise that we did in the last 2-3 times. So we pretend to be a users, we pretend to be a critics, we pretend to be judges, and we pretend to be friends, and we ask each other different kind of questions which are on this topic that we are interested in. So together, I saw some of you have 8 questions. Some of you have 15, 20, I really don't know. Probably we talked a lot different products when you were asking, but I would say an average around 13, 14 questions. And they're very different. From type to type, from product to product, they're very different. So I would say altogether we have around 100 questions regarding this topic. And this will be our homework. Luckily, you are the group that you will have 3 weeks to do this. Next group will have only a week to do this because this is how it works. And this is something that will be your homework or... Okay, after this we determine the criteria. Of course, if we are testing something, we have to have testing criteria. And then we start with the general hypothesis, almost the first hypothesis that we will make. This is something that we will do during this summer break. Okay, criteria has to be specific. That means something that is real, that is really there, that you can really do, something like that. Measurable. Peter Drucker says, if you can measure it, you cannot make it better. That means if you want to grow your business and you said that you will have, I don't know, 500 million of users in the next year. This is something that you can measure, but it's not achievable. But if you want to have plenty of users, this is not a real hypothesis, you need to have a number. Then, achievable, I just said, there is like 2 billion of Facebook users, we are creating new app, and all Facebook users will use our app. This is something that is hard to believe. Has to be relevant, that means our hypothesis and all what is happening, all what you are guessing that will happen and planning has to be connected with this what you are doing or with your customer. And in the end, it has to be time bounded, although it has to be measured in time. That means it has to be date when it has to be scheduled. It has to be fulfilled on a certain date. Okay? So there are 6 types, or there are 9 types, but I decided to use only 6 hypotheses that we will choose here and we will work with them. So the first of them is products, then customer, pricing, about demand, what's the market, and in the end our competition. Those are the 6 categories that we will work and test our hypothesis. There are 3 more, and those are resources, costs, and partners. So these 3 are not important for this part of the work. I will show you all of them. And how you test this? You just ask questions. And those questions are what, who, and how. Those are the most important from 7 questions. Those are the most important. What, who, and how. And this is how it looks. So customer hypothesis is the second one that I choose because I didn't want to choose the product, which always is different product. So I will show you now an example how to do the hypothesis for the questions that you have. customer hypothesis. So, who is your customer? What they need or what they want? And how will you find them? So those are 3 questions. Okay? Now I will take every of these questions to these 5 criteria for measurement. Okay? And it goes like this. Specific. So I want to have a male customer, 35 to 45, living in the city, and has finished high school. This is good enough for me or for the problem that I'm selling. What? This is who? What? He wants a better job, he wants more income, because I'm selling online education. What was? And how? I will use Facebook ads, Google ads, and events for promotion. So this is my specific. It's really specific. So this is my customer, this is what he wants, and this is how I will find him. Measurable. There are 350,000 these kind of people in Macedonia, according to the Facebook. 15% of those are looking for a better job. Also measurable. This is the number which is measurable. 50% of something is measurable. And with 100 euros I can reach 5,000 users. This is also measurable. Again, why and how? Achievable. I cannot get all 350,000 because user acquisition cost. This is something that we'll talk later on. For the online education is around $18 to $20. Basically, to reach 15% of this amount is around 45,000 or 50,000 people. I would need to spend 100,000 euros. Basically, you need to spend money to make money. And I know that I cannot reach 350,000 euros. So I will go deeper and I said, okay, in Skopje is around 80,000. These kind of people, they want a chance for skills update, and I will use content marketing, and I think my content marketing will work. That means that I will create enough interest for my product that this will be interesting. Relevant, customer won't need, and this customer that I target is able to pay what I have. Online education is faster and more affordable than the traditional education, so because of that we are better. And the lead generation system will give me the whole list, the list that I need in order for me to sell to them. And time bounded, I will have 100 users in the next 60 days. I will have 80% of the return buyers. That means all the leads who came to me, 80% of them will buy. And 5% I will have conversion rate for my Facebook advertising. Okay? And it looks like this. This is my customer. For who? Male, 35 to 40, living in the city, high school. There are 350 cases in Macedonia, but there are only 80 in Skopje. So this is my target. Customers able to pay X amount of money. Now I just put the number, but this is something to test. I can assume that this customer here can pay, let's say, 30 euros for my product. And this will make me 100 users in the next 6 months. So from here, if I have 100 times 30, that I will make 3,000 euros in the next 60 months. Then if I take this amount of money and then calculate my cost, this will become my business model. But this is just first consumption. Okay? What? They want better job, more income. 50% of target audiences is looking for a better job. This is my assumption and my hypothesis. I think that at least 50% of those people are looking for a better job, are surfing on internet, Facebook, following the groups and so on. Chance, they are looking for a chance to update their skills. So basically I'm not saying they have zero skill, they don't have anything, they are worth shit, and this is me who will help them to learn something. No, I'm saying there are people who already are highly educated, already know what they want, and they are looking for upgrade. And my program is just an upgrade. Okay? I'm not competing with universities and so on. So online education is faster and more affordable. This is my selling point. This is my hypothesis that I will push on every presentation, on every post and everything, but this is my point. And 80% will become my customers. So from these 100, I need to reach 120, 130 people to get to the interview, and 80%. This is high. This is very high. Because this is, I put it just to explain. 25% is more than enough. 30% is high score. 35% is for the salesman in already established branch with already established customers. 50% is something that you reach in really, really small and different branches without big competition, and more than 50% is just imagination. And because of that, I put it 80% because I want to make this point. You cannot sell more than 30% at least conversion. You cannot sell. From 10, if you sell 5, you are genius. Because this is how it works. How? Facebook ad, Google ad, events. With 100 euros, I will reach 500,000 users. Content marketing will attract my users. That means when I put my Facebook ad, Google ad, when I spend 100 euros, I will reach 500,000 users according to the Facebook. And if this is 1%, always 1% internet conversion. Internet conversion is around 5,000. 5,000 people will come and see my content. So if I have a good enough content, which is interesting to them, and if it looks good and something like that, and I think that my content, what I have, will be interesting enough for them, that it will attract users, and my lead generation system will give me the hot leads. It will give me the leads, people who are willing to pay or who need my products, want to use it, and have money and are willing to pay for my product. So this is, and I'm expecting 5% conversion rate. Again, I put it 5 and I said 1% is internet conversion. 5% is high. You can check any campaigns and I can show you like 50 of my campaigns, 1.3, 1.5. I had one campaign 2.7% conversion rate, which was high. But 5% conversion rate is again same dream like 80% conversion rate in the sales. So you can expect always 1% from all the marketing reach that you can get. 1% are the people who will really pay attention on what to have. And this is the reason why we need to reach this number. Because if you spend $10, you will reach 50,000 people, and for 50,000 people, 500 people will see what you have. 5% of these 500 people is 25 people will react, and 30% of 25 people is what? 7 people will come to close that you work with. Again, if your product is, I don't know, 500 euros, and 7 people will buy your product, this is what? 3,500 euros, then you spend only 100 euros, return of investment is huge. But how much money do you spend to organize everything around this? This is something different, okay? What I want from you in your summer is not finished. What I want from you for this summer work is this. That means PowerPoint presentation. PowerPoint presentation, think about your design. Think about the layout, how you want to show and present. I always do it it's like the best looking ever that I make. It's clear. Usually I have a lot of pictures with graphics and it's always ugly. But try to think, or you can buy even on infographics on different kind of website. You can buy different templates, you can check the templates, you can do it in PowerPoint, in Keynote, in different transitions and so on. But what I want to see is number of questions is number of slides. So I will have all of your number of questions. So if you have 26 questions, you have 26 slides. That means, okay, you have put the first slide on opening, who you and what you're doing, and then what was your questions. 2 sentences maximum per question, minimum and maximum I said. So I don't want to see the question, do you want to do this, this and that? And your other one, yes I do. If yes, I do, I want to hear why, who, and how. Or, yes, that was wrong, yes, I do. But I don't know. Do you plan to have this, I don't know, feature on your application? Yes. That means why, yes, who is involved, and how you plan to make it. And all has to be concise, like I did, to put in 2 sentences. Only 2 sentences to explain in the picture and so on. Okay? And then we'll go there. This here is business model canvas. And this business model canvas is 9 different fields. Those are the questions which I already put inside some of my questions. So in this part, there's even online tool that you can write in and so on. But what I will do to you is to print this layout, and we'll have one, and you will do the post-it, and when we say, okay, customer segments for whom you are creating the value. So who is your customer? So you say, okay, my customer is male, 35, Skopje, highly educated, this and that. And then we go and put the sticker in this. So what else? I also can offer my service to the, I don't know, people retired. So my service will go to the, I don't know, female retiree who are living alone, and so on. So we will go for the girls 13 years old with the parents. We will go with the parents with the kids up to 5 years, and so on. So on the different project, on a different product, we will find a different customer segment. So this is our customer segment. And then when we find this customer segment, we will put him through these 180 questions that we already did. The purpose of your homework is to find out more and to be, I would say, already informed about the answers of those questions. Because you got answers, who is your customer, how you prepare your strategy, how you plan to do the marketing. You don't have those questions, you don't have those answers. You have to search them, Google them, think about them, ask the people to make something. So you will be psychologically prepared. This homework means nothing to me. It will not become a business plan. It will be just a bunch of assumptions, but you think that something could happen according to some results that you can find on the internet, basically, or somebody that will tell you. But you will be prepared to test those assumptions, and you will know, here assumption, hypothesis, assumption, hypothesis, something like that. And you will say channels, okay, what channels will promote our product? If it is for retired people, Facebook makes no sense. But we have to find the places when they go, what they do. We have to go with the day they are having a free ride. Yeah, this is similar, something like that. So, this will be something that you will do from next time until we finished. But what will happen? Here, we'll have this screen, and we will add a different stuff inside, and back home, you will learn the tools how to do it. So you will get all the information how to create identity of your company on the internet. You will get all the tools how to find and test all those things. You will get all those questionnaires, what to ask, whom to ask. You will get the list of 250 the best Macedonian companies that you will contact and talk with them. We will do here the test that we just dial a random number from the, I don't know where, and try to talk with somebody more than 2 minutes without having subject or knowing who is on the other side. You will get the script how to go from my email, telephone call, interview, meeting, how to run interview, how to ask question, open question. You will go through all the phases of the marketing. You will go for all the phases to sales, from finding your customer, who is your customer, approaching your customer, prospecting. You will learn about the tools for creating and keeping the databases of your customers or potential customer. You will learn how to, and use the tool, how to categorize them, how to prioritize them, how to contact them, how to talk with them, how to get information, how to get the leads, and then how to structure your offer. Basically, when you pass everything goes here. you structure your offer, it becomes your value proposition. When you put your value proposition here and you talk with the customer and you will be rejected with your 10 or 10, you will know that your value proposition is wrong. So is it wrong with the customer, value, or the proposition? This is what we are testing. In the end, all of this, you will get a file with 9 different columns, 9 different aspects, and you will be able to determine if your idea or you as an entrepreneur are or is good enough to make this a successful business. This doesn't mean that we cannot be wrong. This is just showing us the biggest percentage or possibility that something that we are planning will work and show us how. This is important. If you don't determine how will this what you are planning will work, there is no business in that. And if your idea is good, then you have like 5, 10 more options. But